So we're back live. We are doing the absolute most this evening because the technologies are not working with us for whatever reason. And tonight I said, you know what I want to do? I want to make sure that we get some great video out here because we're doing Give It to the People live, and we're trying some new stuff this evening. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and invite the one and only Queen Princess Jewel, and we're going to invite Jay White of Indulge Catering to come on live with us this evening because we're going to have a good time. Now, what I'm going to do also is I'm going to throw in, let's see, we do have some people watching now, so that's good. All right, and hopefully she'll be able to pop up really soon, and I want to make sure that you guys get a great viewing experience this evening. Now, I'm going to go ahead and type in a couple of pieces of information about Indulge Catering, just so that this way you have it and you know who they are and what they're doing. And I'll go ahead and put that in the bottom so that this way you'll have some information on them. But welcome this evening, okay? Because when I'm telling you, sometimes you have the best plans, and I've been here making sure my lighting was good, a little face done up, you know, a little lash and all of that. Then all of a sudden, all the calamity happens, right? So things just never go as you exactly plan, okay? So tonight is one of those nights where that did not work out like I needed it to in my original plan. But new me, I said it's okay, because if you have the plan and the preparation, things are still going to work out for your good, right? And so with this tonight, and I've been saying this, I think, for like the third time, we're going to have Indulge Catering on, and they are some dynamic women who are able to really do some amazing things, especially considering being in the pandemic, being in the good South, okay? And okay, see, now I can see my people are on rescales. What's up, boo? Yes, okay. So if you have any comments, if you have any questions during this whole entire thing, I want you to go ahead and I want you to let me know, type them in, and then you'll be able to ask them some questions. Tonight's going to be probably a little bit more brief than I had originally anticipated, only because we're behind the original schedule. And anybody that knows me knows I love to start on time and I love to end on time. And for whatever reason, it wasn't allowing them to jump in this evening. So just want to say that to you guys. So Queen Princess Jewel, once you get up on here, we will jump you and Jay White all in the screen for the people to see, okay? So sometimes, this is what I was saying, things do not work out the way that you planned them to, but I think that if you have a cheerful heart, then that means that you will still be able to accomplish whatever it was that you were supposed to be able to accomplish, right? And I'm just about having this cheerful heart, all right? I'm all about the cheerful heart, because to me means that even if stuff doesn't go the way that I anticipated it going, it's still going to be okay, all right? So this is, if you listen to Real Ass Affirmations, I have one of the episodes on Real Ass Affirmations that says, even my blessings make noise, okay? And when I'm saying my blessings make noise, that means that I can still be joyous even when stuff doesn't work out, because it's already anointed and God already knows that it's going to be what it's going to be and that it's going to be good. So I just want to just let you know, thank you guys so much for coming on and listening. Feel free to go ahead and share, because I see that they're coming on this evening. They're coming on, they're trying to connect. So hopefully the internet gods will allow this to be able to come through, and then we'll be able to jump into our really great conversation that is going to hopefully bless you this evening. Because during this time, when I was saying that they've been able to be really powerful to me throughout COVID, like the things that they've been able to do, amazing. I mean, like, honestly, and I'm not trying to even embellish, okay? Not trying to embellish at all. They have been able to stay in business, and mind you, they have a catering business, okay? So having a catering business is one thing. And then having a business where they were focused on doing a lot of private chef things coming into the house was another thing. And so with COVID, the restaurants were shut down. People didn't want to be around people, and people were trying to not be around people just so that they could live. So this is one of those things where I'm just like, it's really great to be able to talk to some women who have been able to persevere through this whole entire thing. And I'm just waiting for Jay to come on because I see it's still saying connecting, which I have no idea why that's happening. So let me see. I'm telling you, all of the things are happening this evening. You don't even understand how many things are happening. But today was a good day. All right. So you guys, while we're waiting for them to come onto the screen, what I want you to do is I just want you to tell me something good that has happened to you, even though this is the beginning of 2021. What's something good that's happened to you that we can celebrate you specifically because it's Black History Month? Now, if you are not Black, it's okay, all right? But we still want to be able to celebrate you. So maybe you spent with a Black business. I don't know what you did. All right, so then I see Indulge Catering is on, but I don't see our little face. I see Jay. I saw Jay's face saying connecting, and I see Indulge is on. So let me see. Let's see if we can do that. Maybe this will work. Now it's saying adding, and we may be able to pop all the way in on here. So hopefully we'll be able to have them on the screen really shortly. Renee, hey girl, how are you doing? I see you, girl. So this is the biggest thing that I have been paying attention to for this year. We made it. I mean, we made it. We made it through a whole entire global pandemic. We are still here to be beautiful and blessed and to be on social media, living our best lives, trying to get through, doing everything that we can do in order to make sure that we are successful as individuals. And so that's really the reason why I give it to the people started in the first place, okay? Because we wanted to highlight businesses that were doing something that was impactful. And so when I look at, the businesses that are doing impactful things, I met Indulge Catering, oh goodness, as far as, the business goes, a while back. And the thing about them was that they were doing fitness meals, I believe, and then they were doing, that's how I saw them originally, right? I'm trying to get them on. I have no idea what is going on this evening, why I'm having so many technical difficulties. We're friends. We should be able to connect. I don't even know what's happening tonight. You know what? It's going to be okay. We're going to be able to get them on at some point in time because I have requested it. They have said it says connecting, but it's something going on with the good internet. I do not know why it is happening like this. I have no idea. Okay. Well, guess what? So I didn't know who they were at first. I just kept seeing their business. And the biggest thing was, I think they came to a class. And when they came to a class, it was like, okay, well, they introduced themselves. And then I was just like, hold up, y'all are Black? And I know that may seem really crazy to say that, but I was really like, I didn't know if they were Black, white, whatever, right? Indifferent. And then I was just like, I never see you guys, like your faces, so I didn't know that you were Black. And if I saw your faces, to me, that would encourage me to want to be able to spend with you, right? That was just one of the things that I was looking at, was to be able to identify who the people were that were in this particular business, and to be able to say, okay, well, now I'm willing to spend some money with those people. And so after that, I could see that they started changing up a lot of what they were doing, and they started actually showing their faces. So I want to encourage you from that standpoint to make sure that you start, if you haven't already. And I know some of you are a little bit scared to show your faces. I don't know why. I mean, but I'm just going to say this. That being scared to show your face thing is an issue, because people are buying, yes, your product and your services, but they're also buying you. And the biggest thing about them buying you is that they see you. And when they see you, and I'm not telling you that everybody has to be all in your business, okay? I'm not saying that at all. But when they see you and they can be a part of your journey as a business owner, it makes a huge difference to them because they feel like they're not just supporting a product, they're not just supporting a service, they're not just supporting some brand name, they're supporting you, individual person. And that's the thing that is so magnificent about this social media and being able to share what you want people to see. So I just want to stress that to you guys because I think that that's an important thing, that in this day and age, you may feel like you're inundated with so much information. You may feel like you don't want to put your face out there. But I'm trying to tell you that your face and people being able to see you and understand that you are the person behind the brand does make a big difference. Now, you're coming from a person who loves to put their face on everything. So I may be a little bit biased because the chocolate face, honey, I like to put her on everything, okay? And I did an experiment years ago where I took myself off of something and then I put myself on something, and then it was just like, okay, well, what in the world am I going to do? And so the marketing thing that I put out that didn't have that go as well. There we go. Jesus Christ. Hallelujah. All right. Hallelujah. There we go, finally, right? So, yes, get on here. I'm telling them this story and then I'm going to bring you in. And then when I put my face on something, then all of a sudden it had more likes, it had more things out there where people were paying more attention. So let me tell you the story that I was telling everybody. Hey, beautifuls.
Hey, love.
Okay, turn it back the other way because now y'all are sideways. Okay, there we go. All right. Okay, there we go. Hey. Okay, get your little face in there, Jay.
Boom.
Look, yay! Okay, all of the little chocolate faces. Yay!
Listen, you gotta have just like, you know what? We're gonna make this work.
I know, and that's what I was telling them. I was just telling them, listen, my blessings make noise because all of the technical difficulties for no apparent reason have driven me crazy this evening. But I told them we were gonna make it happen because I saw y'all trying to come in with multiple things, right? So
we got all the devices.
I have every
listen.
If you can see this, we got
speakers, we got the laptop.
Here go another camera. I mean, everything. You know what I mean? Listen, I got all the things too, so I feel you. So I was telling them the story about kind of like, and this is what I think like when we first met, and I was just basically telling them that I saw your stuff. I saw the fitness meals. This is when y'all, this was years ago. And I thought it was really nice. And I told them I didn't know if y'all were black, white, or indifferent. And then when I met you, I was like, well, why don't you put your face on some stuff? Because, you know, then people will know who you are. And after that, we started seeing faces on stuff. And then y'all started blow up, you know? So that's why I'm just like, that to me was a thing. But was that the first time that we met in person?
Yes.
That was actually, yes. Yep.
Okay.
You were teaching the class, you were teaching the business class. And, you know, we told you, you said, why don't I see a face? And we said, we didn't want people to be biased. We did not want people to take us being female, black, any of that. We wanted to just do business, right? Then you said, no, right? Let's start there. There you go. Let's start there.
You know, I said that.
Yes. And then once we started showing our face and, you know, talking to the people and all that, our personality is what totally sells us now. Totally.
It is, and that's what I was telling them. I was like, put your little face out there. Somebody is scared to do it. But that's oftentimes where people, I was telling them, where people feel like they're not just buying a brand or they're not just buying a service or a product, they're actually sewing into your lives because they feel like they're a part of it. Okay, so now that we're on, and now I can do an official introduction. Can you please tell people your story? Just give them some background. I mean, this don't have to be like all night with the story part, but just, you know, give them a little story. How did y'all even, because I don't know this, to be honest with you, I don't even know how y'all even decided, let's do a catering business. Let's get together in the first place. And so I'm just going to set this up for y'all, for everybody that's paying attention. And I wanted to wait because I wanted to tell people, I usually say that in business, there's a trifecta, okay? And the trifecta is usually woman-owned, Black or minority-owned, right? And then veteran-owned. Now, let me tell you how the levels get taken with them. They over a trifecta, okay? All right, LGBT couple, okay? Come on now, dot the I's, cross the T's, all right? Then go from there, and then also Muslim, okay? From New York, from North Carolina, okay? Pair
Bull
that
City.
together.
You better put Durham on that.
Bull City.
I'm sorry.
I can't just say North Carolina.
No. Bull City.
You know, you see how they be, right? You know, she acting like she's from Brooklyn. You know, they be doing the most, right? Okay. So anyway, that, and then on top of that, everybody, a married couple. Like, that's 6, 7, 10 things right there. And I'm just like, y'all, when I said, okay, let's, we was like, let's work together, let's do such and such. I was just like, y'all have everything that is like the United Colors of Benetton, the rainbow, the touch, the feel of cotton. I mean, y'all have every piece that you could possibly say, we want to give these people some money, right? Okay, so now, tell me, what's the story?
Yes.
Oh gosh. Okay, so I'll give you the short version, and then she'll make it shorter.
How much time?
No, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. So let's see. So we have actually been together for 13 years.
Okay.
We have been married for 8 years. So we started this business 6 years ago. Almost 7 years now. Wow, almost 7 years ago. I was in corporate America. I was cooking for my teams during their potlucks and team meetings. People like, I only trust one person's food, and we trust you. And so, yes, wash my hands, everything comes clean. And so it just went from being like only cooking for my team to cooking for everybody across the floor. And she was like, so how much they paying? And I was like, no. She was like, no. If you're gonna make curry chicken for everybody across this floor, you're gonna get some money for curry chicken. And so that's really kind of how it started with my curry chicken. Mm-hmm. And then that's one story. There's like a 7 facets of how we knew God was like, hello, it's time, do it. But I basically came home and was like, babe, I want to start a catering company. She was like, all right, let's do it. And it's like that, and only because when we first started this, we had just gotten married. She went to school right away, so she was in school, and so she was able to work on the business for the first part while I was at corporate America and doing the business. Okay. So we had for 2 years. And then after the second year, we leaped and jumped on faith. Okay. And asked God for a sign, and God gave us the biggest sign with a really nice contract. And it kind of was like, y'all can do this, and you're gonna do this.
Yeah, that was like the third year in, and that's how we started. And then Precious through the third year took the leap of faith to leave corporate, and I was like, girl, no, I'm enjoying these benefits, these health benefits, and
listen,
and this free cable
care. Come on,
guys,
free
teeth, everything, teeth done,
checked out, all of that.
Yes. Yes. But staying in comfort, and that comfort your comfort level can be bad. It can be bad trying to stay in that comfort level, and I'm glad we chose not to. Precious Jewel said, no, we doing this. No more free cable. I was like, well, no. Okay. Yeah. I guess we'll pay the bill.
But that's a good thing, because so basically what you did was you kept the corporate job, you worked on the business, and then you took the leap, which means you didn't just say willy-nilly, right? Because I think a lot of people will say, oh, God told me to do. Did God tell you to do that, honey? Or did you just say you were tired of your job? Like, I have to think that some people don't plan things appropriately. And so you said, all right. Now, the one thing that's weird to me, though, they let you bring curry chicken into the office. Like, I'm just saying, curry chicken is one of those. It's kind of.
No. Not Queen's curry chicken.
Okay.
See, my curry chicken is coconut based. And it's a blend of me growing up in New York in the Bronx. Okay. And so I take a little bit of Jamaican mixed up with some Indian and put my own little spin on it. So it's just that smell that's gonna make you say, I need a plate, versus saying, get that out of here. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you
So
entitled the
that's
people with the fragrance and brought them in. Okay. Well, you
that,
better correct me. Correct me. She was like, first of all, this is not that
no,
regular curry. Okay. This is that queen's curry.
that's that queen's curry. That's my
That
curry
queen's
right there.
Okay, so basically then you take the leap, you get the contract. Now that's an important factor too that I have to say, because a lot of times people will just try to do one-offs and they don't go the contract route. And so I know, so I'm gonna sprinkle some things on these people because they don't all know. I'm gonna sprinkle them. So one of the things that you guys did, and I know you did it more recently than like when you first started, but you got Hub certified. And I've been telling my people to get their certification when they can get their certification. For anybody that doesn't know, it's historically underutilized business. And then they also have MWBE, which is Minority Women's Business Enterprise Certification. So it's so many different things that you can get. But you guys went after the certifications. And not only that, you are also the people that say, if it's money out there, I'm going to fill out this paperwork and I'm going to go get that money. Okay. So because of the Hub certification, you were able to then be able to get the Retool MC grant, right? And so tell the people how much money y'all got in a pandemic. Tell them how much money y'all made. Okay. And I'm just saying, made like, because of having your paperwork together, having your certification, it was able to bless your business in a pandemic. Please tell the people what happened.
Oh, but first of all,
I gotta give them two.
Hold on, man. I have to tell the people, right? When we first started and up until, which this is going into 7 years, so 6 years, right? Last year was the first year we have ever received any money from anywhere.
Oh.
It's always been our money that started the company, kept the company growing until we became profitable.
Okay.
Yes. Not see profit, but profitable.
There's a difference.
There's a difference. Okay.
Yes.
So this last year.
Wait. Before listen, my uncle told me something that I will take. He said, your blessing will never be a burden.
Yeah.
And when he said that, I said,
yes.
My uncle, when that is a different understanding. When you hear your blessing will never be a burden. The Indulge Catering LLC is a blessed journey. And it has never been a burden on us. It has continuously grown and been amazing.
Yeah.
He's also said, make your plan, make it plain, and work your plan.
Yes.
So several of our coaches have told us that.
Yes.
But you never understand. When you make your business plan, all that is a plan. All you doing is saying, I want to, and I wish, and I hope I could. It doesn't mean that that's how your life is going to flow. That's not how your business is going to flow. You know, it's not. But you got to make sure you're ready. A lot of people, and when we first started, when we got our EIN, when we started getting, I call it the alphabet soup, when you start getting your EINs and you're certified this and this and this,
all of it.
and you start paying taxes, and it's like, why do you want the government in your business? Because I'm a business. That's why.
Stop the interview. Stop the whole interview. But no, I mean, that's the thing. And in order for you to grow, you had to have those things in place. So no money from outside anywhere until 2020. Now, do you understand the profoundness of that? Hold on. Now I got to hold you on. 2020 for me was the year of vision and clarity. Okay. And I said clarity was my thing, didn't even know what was going to happen. So it became clear to me when I got sick, because I got sick in January. Okay. And then things started going south in March, of course, when the world closed. Right. And so then you're thinking, well, how are you going to do? How are you going to make? And I was telling them before you came on that they were able to not only survive, but thrive in a pandemic. So global pandemic, give them the money information. Tell them how God blessed y'all.
So we were blessed with the Durham Small Business grant, which was $25,000.
No, that was 10.
$10,000.
That was 10. And that was from my city, from Bull City, baby.
Bull City. That was Bull City right there. American Express, we were awarded and chosen to be 100. So they chose 100 women-owned businesses, and we were chosen to be one of 100 founders of change.
Yeah,
and
minority
businesses. which comes with 100 days of mentorship. That was $25,000. Yes. Ooh, Lord.
So we
and
at
then
35,000 right now.
Yeah, we had 35.
Give me some more.
The Retool NC, we won the grant from Retool NC, which was $25,000.
And yo, let me tell you how.
Wait,
it's because we were hub certified.
Because we were hub certified.
That's people.
That was nice. And then, but what started it off was Caress, and I Fund Women of Color chose us because of the impact of COVID-19 to start us off with a grant as well as crowdfunding, to help fund our Indulge in Essential Spices line, and that was $2,500, which started off. And on that platform, we've raised, as tonight, we got an additional donation tonight too, one for $500 and one for $50. So now we're up to almost $31,000 raised on I Fund Women. So.
Do you see about these blessings? Listen, so I just wanted people to understand that even in what looks like it could be total, complete calamity, right? That we can still come out of things and we can still have a business, like you said, that's blessed. So with that, y'all understand, did y'all add those numbers up that we over like 50,000 in what? Free money. Okay, right? So with that, what I want you to do is I want you to give them a little insight into what is that money going toward to help you build your business, because I know about Elevate Your Palate, but I want them to know about Elevate Your Palate. And if you want to donate, you can help Elevate a Palate too, okay?
Please. So the money, and a lot of people, we say free money, and we understand it's free money, but with an asterisk. And so we don't want you to get in trouble. Understand that when you apply for a grant, read the parameters and the stipulations for a grant. There are free money grants where they say, hey, continue. But what that money allowed us to do is to still be here. Point one, to still be here. It allowed us to restart payroll. So we were able to pay our staff. It allowed us to hire a social media manager. Okay, it allowed us to hire the cheeser. It allowed us to be able to have a chief financial officer, so a CFO, that is able to look at our books and say, where can we be more profitable and grow? It allowed us to wait, I got to tell the best one. It allowed us to buy more bottles, to package more spices, to sell to more people.
To get to the people. But see, that's the thing people don't understand, is that it does take money to grow. And so if you are operating from a place of scarcity, then it can cause you to be scared to actually spend the money that's necessary in order for you to be able to grow. And I think that when we say, okay, well, we want to grow, we want to do such and such, people have to realize that they do have to spend some money sometimes. So, you know, and in order for you to be able to grow, you need to do those bottles. You need to get the stuff to go out to people. So that right there, that's a blessing right there. So now when we talk about this, and I know you said what your uncle said with faith, because we've talked about the whole being Muslim. We've talked about, because JB like, don't put no pop on that page. Look, one of my favorite lines, listen, if y'all ever watch Malcolm X, okay, if you haven't, go back and watch this one. When she says, don't get that boy no poke, that's like my favorite line almost in the whole movie. And I don't eat pork either, so I'd be like, don't get that girl no poke. You know, the R is lowercase when you say poke, all right? So how much does faith and religion play a part in your business, whether it's structure, whether it's just daily activities, whether it's the marketing? How much does faith play a part in that? Because I think a lot of people are scared to tell people about their faith and to let them know whatever they need to know. Like I tell everybody, Jesus is my homeboy. I love a little Buddhism, honey, and I will meditate on you, okay? And then I just put out a shirt today that says busy catching blessings, but you can still catch these hands, okay?
I love it.
Love it.
You know, fighting Christians, all right? So, so when it comes to that, what kind of part would you say faith plays in your business?
Well, we're a dual religion household, period.
Okay.
Period, point blank. So we believe this is a blessed journey. We will say it all day, and we will not deny the blessing, because we believe that if you deny the blessing, you lose the blessing. So there's no point in denying the blessing. That's you prayed to get it. You prayed to get it. You prayed to keep it. And we pray over every quote. We pray over every meal. I pray every time I stir a pot, whether it's in my home or at the business.
We pray before every shift, before every event. Precious Jewel is Muslim and I'm Christian, right? But it's a higher power, okay?
Yes.
It's a higher power.
Yes.
And which the blessings flow, okay?
Yes.
So we pray. We don't push religion on anyone. I think that's where people, get offended and stuff like that. We don't push religion on anybody, but our faith is strong. And it takes faith to be an entrepreneur, to be a business owner.
Yes.
Faith.
Every leap you do, every scary leap you do is done with faith. And you can't say you have faith and then be scared to do that thing. So my business coach said to me, you keep saying that you faithful and you have faith. Well, he's gonna keep testing it, but he knows he got you.
And you know he got you.
So keep going, keep leaping, keep jumping, keep reaching for that scarier thing to grow your business, to grow your relationship, to grow everything.
My faith is so strong. After 6 years of being in business, my faith is so strong. I have no worries. No worries. He's proved to me time and time. Every time I wake up in the morning, he proves to me that he has me.
Yes.
Like,
and to be able to survive through this pandemic, because we're not done with it. It's still here. The pandemic is still going. It's still going. So, but to be able to survive 2020 and sitting on the couch and watching our business died 97% in the first week, not the first month. In the first week, because we specialize in large scale events of 100 and more people for universities and corporations. Well, that was the first thing to go. And so you have to have a great amount of faith. Now, we cried, I cussed, we prayed, we asked God, please, what is the next step? But we had to understand that he kept saying, be still, be still. And so we had to be still. And everything that was taken from us, and listen, everything that was taken from us was given back to us 10 times fold. And his way and his time. So
now I'm gonna just say this, okay? Now this may, some people, I'm silly and sarcastic. Now see, this is what happens when you have two religions in the house, because whoever is praying to who, they doing blessings from their parts, honey, and then it's just like double blessings, right? So listen, just get all the blessings,
all of them.
That's the important part. And because I tell people all the time, and this is one of the biggest things with me, and how I look at success for me, I don't have to know the end. I don't have to know how it's going to be done. I just need to know that this is what I asked for. I'm working for it in the background. I'm preparing to have whatever it is that I say that I want. And so how it's going to be done is not important as the fact that I know that it will be done. Because when I said that I wanted it, when I wrote it down, when I mentioned it, when I affirmed it, then that meant that those things were going to come. And I tell my husband all the time, I don't know where it's going to come from, but this is what I said I want. This is what I said I need. And then, this morning, it was some emails that came through and it's like, hey, can you do, I sure can. What day? Okay, let's go ahead and send that money. Yes, I can do that, right? You don't have to know everything when you have faith. And I feel like that's an important foundation for not just a relationship, but definitely for a business, because it can be super disheartening and it can be something that just makes you feel like, let's close the doors. But I'm glad that you didn't, okay? Because it's a testament to the faith and then just to everything else that's going on. So now my next question, since we did the religion part, right? What is it like working with your significant other? Because throughout this pandemic, I've been working with mine and I love it. I just told him today, I said, listen, I don't know if you ever need to leave, let's just be together forever, right? And it was one of those things where, so like, we'll be celebrating 12 years marriage on Valentine's Day. And I was
Yes,
like, 12
congratulations.
years, right? And I said to him, I said, you realize we've been together 17 years though. Did you ever picture yourself being with one person for so long? And I'm like, that's not long to a lot of people, but in these days and time, this is like super long. I'm like, we almost in 20 years. This is amazing. And it's like the growth that I feel like, this is just my personal opinion, that you get when you work together is something that other people, as long as you have a strong relationship, they won't understand the power of you being able to work together. But your work dynamic, because each one of you has a totally different personality. So you know the head wrap over there is more like me, okay? You know,
Right.
the New Yorkers,
Right.
we loud, you know,
New
we
Yorkers.
want to say, we got
The
ideas.
New Yorkers. Y'all got to
Right?
talk with your hands.
Listen, you come on, talk with you. It ain't right if you don't throw a finger up in there, some gang signs or something. You got to do that, right? Because you know what, you need a person to feel what you're saying, and they
You
can
gotta
feel it when you
understand.
say it, right? And then Jay, you more like my husband from the South, a lot more relaxed and laid back. But let me tell you about Jay though. Jay will be like, Queen, you doing too much. Bring it in, bring it in, bring
Bring
it
it in. And what we do, we bring it right on in. We bring it right on in.
Yes. So, but what is it like working together? So if people say, look, I want to create a balance. I do want to work with my spouse, significant other. Give us a little insight on that.
Okay. So working together, I think you said the right thing as far as long as you have a healthy relationship, you got to start off healthy. Okay.
You do.
You can't be finding your relationship in the middle of working together. Precious Jewel is the first partner that I've been able to work with and do it well and do it successful. But with all things, it's like working with my best friend, yo. We laugh all day, every day in real life, right? At work or at home. Whatever I'm short in, she's stronger in. That's like one of the best things. Like you have someone that has your back and you can trust them. You can count on them to where if you have a headache, they can step in and say, okay, man, I got you. I don't know if another business partner gonna do that. They're gonna be like, girl, I gotta go do whatever. You know, I gotta do whatever. But one of the other best parts is the wins that y'all do together.
Yeah.
It just means so much when y'all win together and you succeed.
Yes.
You succeed and you're successful in business. Like it feels so good. It's definitely better than not.
Yeah, it's a built-in cheerleader. It is literally a built-in cheerleader, and that's why you have to do it with your mate that you like.
Yeah,
not just love, because it's a difference. You got to love them.
Yes.
Because you like, think about your coworker. You're gonna have a disagreement. You're gonna argue, but the question is that like is what changes that argument. It stops that argument from being there versus carrying it onto your house. So that like I like and I love her. And some days that she tells me, no, we're not doing that. And I have to be like, who you talking? Oh, that's right. You're talking to the business person. Okay, that's right.
Right.
Well, as a business, you're right. You're right. We're not doing that. But you sure as your wife, you don't want to tell me yes. And that's what I think.
See,
I tried. I tried.
I knew it. I knew it.
Tried.
You guys.
And she be like,
nope.
But she be like, no. But the other thing that we learned is that we did therapy. We did couples therapy.
Okay.
Because you had to also realize your roles. And the thing that's why we have two different personalities. You have two different roles in your business. We are co-owners, but I'm the CEO, she's the COO. I'm the executive chef, she's the sous chef. We have different roles that we try very hard not to cross onto each other's roles. But you just have to understand the different roles, and that's going to help you become successful in that business.
Now, how hard is it for you to turn off work version and then go back to wife version? Because I've learned, and this is just me, you can look and see when a person is like, I don't want to talk about that. Like, we're not talking about no business no more. Like, just because it's on your mind, hold that till tomorrow. Because then it goes into another conversation and it turns your mind into work as opposed to you're just chilling and just being, I like to call it, in love. So how hard is that to turn off the ideas and just the excitement of the work day and the wins and be like, let's just be together? What do you do?
I'll let her answer that.
So first of all, I had to realize that Jay is two different people. He is the wife, and Jay is the business partner. So during pillow talk, we don't talk business. When we talk business, I need you to schedule that meeting on our calendar. Okay.
Put it on the calendar. Come on, Jay.
Jules, Chef Queen, wants to talk about work all day, every day.
24/7.
And then what happens, what you just said, you can look at that person and be like, girl, no, not right now. I give her that look. I give her that look like, come on, please. Can we, listen, I'm off, girl, I'm off. Listen, I don't know about you. I have to tell her I'm off.
Yes.
And we're going to talk about that tomorrow.
But you know what's crazy also? I'm a night owl. So I will start, my day in my head will start at like 3, 4, and I could go to like 4 in the morning. And she doesn't work like that.
My day starts at 10 a.m.
10 a.m.
And I shut off about 6. So she picks up real strong about 8, 10 o'clock, and she want to talk about some stuff and answer some emails. And I'll be like, not till tomorrow. Yeah. She has tells me she might just, no, I'm off. But it used to be like that. You know, this is growth. This is growth.
But you know what? You knowing that, and that's what I like about this, because it is the recognition of what the other person needs. And I don't think that this is necessarily a love language per se. Like, maybe we need to add this into the love language, but it's different. And I've been telling people, whenever you're doing a business with your spouse, you have to recognize what they need as an individual, but then also what they need as your partner that is in business. And that's not necessarily the same thing. And I learned that a long time ago. And so now that's when I'm just like, I really want to talk about some stuff. And then I'm on my phone typing it in so we can talk about it tomorrow. Or let me give you my secret. Send an email to the spouse for the next morning, so that this way then you can check it. Or I schedule text messages so we can talk about whatever I was thinking about that night, because I know he's not trying to listen to it at 10, 11 o'clock at night. And then it's just like, you need to turn off the business side, and then, you know, then you can do it the next day. So I'm glad that, you know, I'm not the only one, and that we're giving people this information because they need it if they decided they want to be together. And it's an important thing to be able to keep things happy on both ends of the spectrum, from business to personal. So now, what kind of advice would you give to some other people who are interested in starting a business? And I know now is different, you know, and what do people want to keep saying, these unprecedented times? Okay, it's always some nonsense happening. Maybe it wasn't specifically a global pandemic, even though there were things similar to that. But I think now that we have technology and, you know, just the ability to do more things, if somebody wanted to start a business right now, what advice would you give them?
Make a plan.
Make a plan.
Make a plan.
Write it out.
Right. Don't just say it.
Don't just have it in your head. No. Please don't. Because it'll never get done. Yes. It will not get done until you write it down. So definitely write it down and work the plan. And set goals, right? Yes. And like you said, don't worry about the how it's going to happen. Don't worry about the how. Only people with faith, though, can say that and understand that.
If y'all don't have no faith, she ain't talking to you.
Right, exactly.
If you don't have faith and you just think of what's your, or you have a different drive to do this thing, understand the how. Because there's a difference by saying just do it and just know it's going to get done, than understanding that in order to start a catering business, you have to have a commercial kitchen, because you can't cook out your house if certain things work. That's different. That's part of the planning.
Right.
That's understanding what business licenses you need. That's understanding how much it's going to cost you to do that thing that you want to do. It's also understanding that, hey, I might need a business coach.
Yes, get a business coach.
But wait,
get a mentor.
Hold on. There's a difference between getting a business coach and getting a business coach that can help you grow. Okay? Because if you get a business coach that is not above where you're trying to go, they can't coach you to get there because they ain't never been there. Okay? I'm trying to tell y'all something. We didn't learn that lesson until we realized that we have outgrown business coaches because they didn't realize that we were going to grow because we implemented the stuff they said to do. And it was like, but you told us to. But not everybody does that. So you have to say to yourself, if I want to be a millionaire, let's bring real estate. I'm not even gonna bring catering. Let's bring real estate. If you say to yourself, you want to sell multi-million-dollar estates, don't partner with or get mentorship from the person selling townhomes.
Or the person selling foreclosures.
Or foreclosures. Because they might not understand what it takes to have that decorum that you need to sell those estates. That's the same with us. We are high-end caterers for major events. So we had to talk to people who understood what it meant to cater over 100 people and understand high-end. So there's certain things that we don't do, and there's certain things that we say no to. You know what? I just thought about it. Understand your no's. What are your no's? Because you have to understand what is your, I'm not doing that because I have to stay in brand.
Yes.
That's important. Yes. Very important.
Let me see what time this is so I can time stamp this so I can put this out for the people. Do you know I love to say no? Oh my God. It is one of my favorite things to say, but the only reason, so let me throw this in there.
Yes,
you can
please.
Say no when you have your shit together. Because when you don't have your shit together, what happens is you end up having to say yes to some stuff that you don't want to do.
Yeah.
You end up having to say yes to some things just because you need some money. And so you can say no when things are set up properly. You can say no when you've built a reputation. You can say no when you know what your worth is and you know how much your costs are. And let me just tell you, because y'all don't even know. Let me tell you. So last night I did a presentation and I revamped the whole presentation and I revamped the whole thing around y'all. Okay. It was so good. It was so good. It was so good. When I'm telling you, the people were like, oh my God, it's such good information. So I used you guys as a whole entire example of the lean startup with business for people to understand the key metrics that they needed to reach, for them to understand the connections that they needed to have, for them to understand knowing what their costs are. When I'm telling you the presentation, it was just amazing, okay? And, you know, I revamped the whole thing because I said, let me give people a real life example of somebody that they can see that is successful. And of course, you know, that made it through the pandemic. But when you start to look at all the little pieces, right? And you evaluate what makes your business successful, because I can't speak about anybody else's, but what makes your business successful is understanding who your customer is and not just taking stuff just because. So I want you, tell them, because you just said high end. So people are coming at you now talking about, can you do some catered weddings for how much? And we had to tell them, no, give us some numbers so that they can understand that you're not catering their stuff for this nonsense. Tell them.
So the thing is,
look, I'm just gonna sit here.
The thing is,
go ahead. Go give it to
you. Set minimums. You have minimums, right? So if a request comes in and our minimum is $7,500, right? If a request come in and it's asking for $3,000, $5,000, you go ahead and you tell them, I don't have anything in that budget. Instead of trying to fit in their budget, or, you know, because you're going to cut back somewhere, some kind of quality or whatever. But Indulge Catering, we don't want to cut corners. We want to provide you with 10 staff members, an executive chef. We want to provide you with local products, you know, quality ingredients, and that costs money.
It's the indulgent experience.
Our no is, like you said, we know our worth. We know we're going to give each and every client an indulgent experience, and we're not going to sell anybody short on it.
We're not going to sell you short. I'll sell short or I'll brand short.
Mm-hmm.
If you built your brand up and you built your clientele up, how dare you sell yourself short when you've worked so hard to get there?
Yes.
Why would you? So it becomes this is where your systems come into place.
Mm-hmm.
Because like you said, you can say no if you can fall back on why you said no.
Yeah.
Okay, not just say, you can't be mean and say no. You have to say, I apologize. Congratulations. However, my lowest is $7,500.
And then they got to reevaluate their lives.
Yes.
They got to be like, well, we really want that. Let me see.
Right.
If we can
Right.
get it. And I mean, but it's important.
Yes, we pay for what we want. And you have
Pay
to
for
remember
what you
that.
want. Oh my gosh, that's like number one.
Number one.
People will pay for what they want. Do not ever sell yourself short. Do not ever cut no deals. It's no homeboy hookups. None of that. It's no reason, because you're a business. It's not Jay cooking for you. It's Indulge Catering.
We say this all the time, and our families know this. They laugh, but they know.
Lip gloss on for that. She said.
Okay. But our families know this. They go, "Can you cook for us?" And I go, "Wait a minute. Now, do you want your sister Queen and Jay to cook, or do you want Indulge Catering to cook?"
Mm-hmm.
Because Indulge Catering is cooking. There's a questionnaire that you have to fill out so that I can get your event details, and then we'll go through the process. But if you want your sister to cook, I'm gonna come and chop it up in the kitchen, but don't think that you're gonna get the full experience.
You can get no experience with just Queen and Jay in the kitchen.
You're gonna get experience.
We are experienced, but not in this instance. Not in this instance. Okay.
She said you get no experience. Get this food, eat it, enjoy. Okay. So now,
and who's cleaning the kitchen?
Yeah, who's
I
cleaning
ain't
the
doing
kitchen? I'm not cleaning the kitchen.
yeah, I don't like doing that. Mr. Brown, he will clean something for you though, honey. He will make sure everything is spick and span. He won't even eat till stuff is clean. I love that because I'm a messy Jessie, so I don't like to clean. I'm the one who all the pots is all over the place.
All the pots.
That's y'all. That's y'all. Look, me and Mr. Brown, we got it. Because after
y'all would be like just like perfect mates together. Because y'all would just be like, oh, we're just gonna clean up everything. You know, let me clean. Let me clean your fingernails. Okay. Did you have your fingernails? Like, I was doing too much. It's too much. It's too much. Okay, so I need you to tell them about the fact that having your business together, knowing your no's, right, has now led you to transition into something really exciting. So I want you to tell them about the opportunity that you already have, because I'm gonna say you have it already, but we're gonna need to do some voting for you starting February 16th. So tell them about what we're gonna need to participate in to make sure that you get to another level of success. Tell them.
Oh my gosh, okay. So I was chosen to compete in the favorite chef competition, where I will win because I'm gonna claim this thing.
That's what I said. I said you better claim it. You know, I said you have it.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Where I will win a feature in Bon Appetit magazine, as well as $20,000.
Mm-hmm.
But this is not all. That starts February 16th.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that I also want y'all to know is that you must get your tickets soon, because we have been contacted by African Restaurant Week. We will be conducting a cooking class as a feature, talking about the Odyssey from Africa and the diaspora. And I will be cooking our indulgent spin on West African peanut stew. So February 16th starts the voting for favorite chef. I need everyone to vote. Spread it amongst your networks. We will have links up. You will start seeing more videos, and I will be screaming from the rooftops because it's rapid fire. We have been chosen. I've been chosen, y'all, because y'all have really put it out there that I'm one of your favorite chefs. So now let's make sure they know about it on all corners of the United States. So we're going to have favorite chef competition voting starts February 16th. And then the tickets for the online, very exclusive. We're only doing about 15 seats for the cooking class for African Restaurant Week. So,
and that's on February 19th.
February 19th.
Yep.
So y'all are giving us all the love this month, all of the Black history this month. And you know, and so if you check their Instagram also, they're featuring Black chefs the entire
Yes.
month, so you can learn a little bit about some Black chefs, because I personally think that we know where things originated, but things get taken to other countries and assimilated, and then you don't focus on the Black chef, right? So this is going to give you some perspective on some Black chefs that you'll be able to see on the Instagram the whole entire month, learn about somebody new, okay? Now, I want to transition because I asked you guys to make a playlist. And so you guys will be able to go look at their playlist. If you go to chisatv.com, their playlist is, what is it called? Oh, Indulgent Tunes, okay? So this way you'll be able to listen to their playlist, and then this will inspire your day. But out of your playlist, you pick some good ones. I'm gonna be honest with you. You pick some good ones, okay? What's your favorite motivational thing that you pick that's on your playlist? Because I think I know based on what you put what's mine, but I want to know what you got. What's your favorite song out there that kind of gives people, this is an indulgent feel, right? Like when you need to get pumped up, you need that motivation. What's the favorite song you picked on the playlist? Is that different?
I want to say a couple of them. She wouldn't even let me put on the playlist.
Because we have to have asterisks on our playlist, okay?
Okay.
So Queen's playlist is censored. There's no cussing. And exactly. Her playlist, you play it, you be like, oh, we know whose phone is playing, right?
You better turn it down. You better turn it down.
She a nuck if you buck. She a nuck if you buck type of person, right? But I will tell y'all. So
on that playlist.
Wait, because she knows some of the songs on the playlist. She be like, what? Y'all listen to that?
I loved it.
It's amazing. So my favorite one, my very, very favorite one is Umi Says by Yansin Bey or Mos Def, because my mother is my biggest inspiration. She tells me when I think I can't do something, I think about my mother. Be like, go do it. What's the problem? Go do it. Like this. So there you go.
Yes. I gotta get one of those.
We're gonna get one of those shirts. I have to put my shirt. The other one for me is did I put
she just asked for one back.
I know, but see, I love Slick Rick. And if I'm in the kitchen and Slick Mona Lisa come on, the children's stuff come on, I'm singing everything from beginning to end. My New Yorker comes out, my Bronx chick comes out, and my poor staff looked at me the other day like this. You know all that song? Sure do.
Of course. Yeah.
So what's the other? What's yours? Go ahead.
My turn.
Yeah, your turn now.
I'm just gonna give you one, okay?
Okay,
just one. Nonstop by Drake.
Oh, okay.
You ain't think she was gonna say that, did you?
No. I'm gonna tell you. Out of this, I picked like two that were kind of like super pumped up songs, and I was like. So I picked out of your playlist. My first one would be So Ambitious, right? Because it's like, I'm so ambitious. Oh, listen, when that comes on and he talks about the motivation in me, that's So Ambitious. That gets me pumped up, right? Okay? Yes. Then you pick the Win by J-Rock, and I was like, win. You know, so those two had me pumped up. I was like, okay, this playlist is together. I'm gonna go ahead and listen to this. So y'all, if y'all want the playlist, go to chisatv.com. It's already up there. Indulgent Tunes. You can go ahead and download your playlist and listen to it and get your motivation throughout the day. And I think that people don't realize how powerful music is, and especially when you're in business, you need something to motivate you. And I think music is one of the best things that you can use to keep you pumped up and motivated. So good playlist. Now I see, because I was like, why is there so many songs? I could have sworn I only asked y'all for 5 songs, but it was like 30 songs.
Listen,
I told her.
She told me.
I told her. I said, babe, why you keep sending songs?
I cut it
5
down.
songs. She asked for 5 songs.
But listen, I cut it down. I have one playlist that's 389 songs, and I have one playlist that's 89 songs. The 89 songs are my BMFT playlist, which is my amped up playlist, that if I am feeling not quite queen, I put on that playlist. I guarantee you by about the 3rd song, you're gonna be like, oh, we're gonna do that. Oh, we doing that today? Okay, let's go. That's the playlist that I can cook for 100, 200, 2,000 people with. Because I'm just gonna get in there and we getting it.
But before every kitchen shift, we start our music, we pause the music, say a prayer, and then get it.
Get
Press
it.
play,
Yeah.
and we rock out.
Dancing.
I can't even cook without food. I mean, I got food, right? But I look at the food like y'all don't have no music, so
Yeah.
until y'all ingredients, because they're not food yet, right? Until you ingredients get some music, I'm not gonna be able to cook. I'm not.
I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't work in conditions.
You know, like, yeah, it's just torture. So then I got to put on my songs, and then I can go and, like, recently I've been putting my headphones in and just keeping it to myself, and I be in the kitchen just pop locking and dropping and everything and getting it, and then I can get it back together. Okay. So this has been super fun. Tell people where they can find you online, and don't forget the voting will be up. You're gonna see all of the stuff about the voting and everything, and about the African Restaurant Week. We'll show you all of that. But where can they find you online, especially if they want to place an order?
Oh yes, so you can find us online on all social media. So Facebook and Instagram, we are Indulge Catering NC, as in North Carolina. On Twitter, we're Indulge Cater NC. You can always go to our website, indulge-catering.com. There you can purchase your spices. Indulgent essential spices, they will elevate your palate. You don't even understand. We have the Queen's Jerk blend. It's not too spicy, but it's a beautiful flavor of your jerk seasoning. We have the Everything Indulgent, which will be your kitchen staple. Yes. You take it out, you put it on everything. And then we also you can find us on I Fund Women. So I Fund Women, we want you to donate to our Elevate Your Palate campaign. We have different levels of funding, and that is, we're coming to your marketplace, y'all. We're going to be domestic and international spice purveyors and condiment company. So we need your donations to continue to grow. Also, if you're local, please indulge with us in love for Valentine's Day. We specialize in our celebration boxes, which are heat and eat. We cook the beautiful chef-inspired meal for you. All you have to do is heat it up, plate it up, and indulge. That's all you have to do. If you're not in Durham or in the surrounding area, go to indulge-catering.com, order you some spices, order you some cookies, get it shipped to you. You haven't even tasted stuff like this. You don't even know what you're doing to yourself. Go ahead and get our purple royalty pies. So yeah. So indulge, basically. Indulge.
I mean, just indulge. But no, I am very happy for all of the success that you have. And I'm just excited to see where this is going to continue to go, because I've seen so much growth. And let me just tell you guys, and I mean, you guys is in the audience, people, because, I talk to you all the time. You don't understand what it is to have people to work with who are so similar to you and who have let me get a big word out, magnanimous hustle, right? And just keep going. That's what this is, a magnanimous hustle that's here. And I don't mean hustle as in like this is a fly by night kind of thing, but just recognizing. And so this is why I'm going to end this with this. The book that I wrote, The 90-Day Focus. Where do you want to be in 90 days? In order for you to be somewhere else, what you have to do is you have to look at where you're at now and what it's going to take for you to get to that next thing. And I don't like to say next level, because you might still be at the same level, but it's just better, right? So what's the next thing that you really want to achieve? And I feel like there's always something that you guys are trying to achieve to get to whatever's next. And then that's why those blessings keep flowing in, because, and this is one of my favorite things that I say, you keep doing the work. When you do the work, people see it. And when you think they're not looking, that's when they all look.
Yes, good. Okay? Yes.
When you think they're not looking, they're looking, okay? They're checking, all right? They may not like everything. They may not comment. They may not make a purchase. They may not share. But just them looking is engagement, and they're paying attention to what you're doing. And I think that there are bigger eyes on you right now that you don't even know are looking at you right now. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. That's how we're gonna wrap this. Give it to the people. Woo, woo, woo. All right. So, just everybody else, these are the t-shirts, because we had so many different lives. So this is my mantra for 2021. Why the fuck not? Okay, so that's what this stands for. Now, we had a conversation, Queen and Jay, and our last meeting that we had, she was like, girl, that real ass affirmations, when you said why the fuck not, I had just got off of a call and I was like, listen to that, and it pumped me up. So I want to end this by telling you, listen to Real Ass Affirmations. You can go to realasaffirmations.com. And then if you go to my Instagram at Chisa Pennix-Brown, or if you go to the website at ladybusiness.com, and you can go to the events page, you'll find where you can make the purchase of these t-shirts. And our goal is just to sell 1 t-shirt a month, a week, a day. Nobody's trying to go crazy. But if y'all want to buy 50, go ahead and do that.
Yes.
But this is a mantra because you have to really say, well, why can't you do something? People are always like, well, I couldn't. And it's like, why the fuck not? You know, like if you made it to 2021, look at all the calamity. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you had a perfect example of the person that was leading the United States. I know every morning he got up and was like, tweet, and he just was like, well, you know, now that he can't tweet, you know, I don't know what he's doing now, right? Probably going into withdrawals. And I'm not going to say his name, you know, this is like Voldemort, he who shall not be named and mentioned, right? But if you made it through last year, I mean, what can't you do this year? So that's
exactly. Yes.
So, ladies, thank you so much for being on this evening. I see what you're
saying. Welcome. Yes.
Right?
Listen,
and,
blessings.
Keep doing it. Everybody buy, shop, you know what I'm saying? Like, all of that, all right? Because it's all appreciated. All right. So
they can shop straight. They can shop straight from our Facebook and Instagram page as well. Our Facebook and Instagram store.
Yes. You know, you can go everywhere, right? So definitely do that. All right. So at the end, the last thing I like to say is make sure that you always show up and show out and continue to give it to the people. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Peace.